Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Noorallah. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, Alhamdulillah Azza wa Jal, once again, we are welcoming you in our silsila, the blessing of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, in last silsila, we will learn about the Madani flowers, about act that do not break our fast. And also we learn about fast becoming makruh, how the fast becoming makruh. Today, inshallah Azza wa Jal, we will listen the valid reason for not having fast. So be with us till the end of silsila, and much more inshallah we will learn about. First of all, we will listen a very beautiful blessing about the reciting of Durood-e-Pak. The beloved of Allah sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam has said, whoever recites Durood Sharif upon me 100 times, Allah Azza wa Jal will write between his eyes that this person is safe from hypocrisy and hellfire, and Allah Azza wa Jal will keep him with the martyrs on the day of judgment. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, although there are certain conditions and compulsions in which a person can miss her fast for the time being, the missed fasts are not forgiven due to compulsions. It is first to make up for them, do qada, after the removal of the compulsions, after the removal of the uzr. Even so, there will be no sin in case of missing the fast due to any valid Shara'i uzr, Shara'i compulsion. The clearly state in Bahar-e-Shariat with the reference of Durr-e-Mukhtar, the valid Shara'i compulsion of missing a fast include traveling, pregnancy, breastfeeding, sickness, old age, fear of death, ikrah. It means threat to kill or cut any body part or beat severely if somebody forces the fasting person to break his fast, and if the fasting person is sure that he would do what he threatens, so he can break his fast in this situation. Then loss of wisdom and jihad. If somebody does not fast on account of the aforementioned reasons, he will not be regarded as a sinner. Now the definition of traveling, the Shara'i traveling. It is also permissible to miss a fast whilst you are in traveling. Keep the distance of journey in mind. According to the research of Imaam-e-AhleSunnat Ala Hadrat Maulana Shah Imam Ahmad Raza Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman by Sharia, the distance of a journey is 57.5 miles, approximately 92 kilometers. So, whoever leaves the vicinity of his city or village with the intention of traveling for the above mentioned distance will be regarded as a traveler by Sharia. By Sharia, he can miss fast and make up for it later, and he has to reduce his salah. This is called doing qasr of salah. A traveler can fast if he wants, but he will have to reduce his 4 rak'at salah to 2 rak'at. It is wajib for him to do so. Not doing this is a sin. If someone is unaware of this ruling and says salah all 4 rakat, it is wajib for him to repeat it. Therefore, all 4 rakats salah offered without qasr, reduction during the journey due to ignorance, will have to be offered again with 2 rakats with the intention of qasr. Calculate all such salah and offer them. However, a traveler will have to offer the whole 4 rakats if he says his salah with a resident muqim imam. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, there is no need to repeat your sunan and witr. The rule of qasr only apply on farz rakat, and for farz rakat of Zohar, Asr and Isha. 2 rakats will be offered instead of 4. The sunan and witr salah will be performed as usual without any reduction. Having reached the destination, if there is the intention to stay there for a period of less than 15 days, he will remain a traveler, and the rules that apply to a traveler will apply to him. However, if he intends to stay there for 15 days or more than 15 days, the rules of a traveler will not longer apply to him, and he will be regarded as a resident, muqim. Therefore, he will have to fast and say his salah completely. To learn the detailed rulings regarding traveling, please refer to Bahar-e-Shariat Part 4, Chapter of a Traveler, or please try to read the Risala, the booklet of Ameer-e-AhleSunnat, Musafir ki Namaz, the Salah of Traveler. Inshallah Azza wa Jalla, you will find it from our website www.DawateIslami.net, or if you have any Maktabatul Madina near to you, go there and buy from there. If someone is extremely ill and there is a high probability that fast will prolong his illness or the process of recovery, then he is allowed to miss his fast. Further details follow. Unfortunately, it is observed these days that people miss fast, or Allah Azza wa Jal forbid, ma'adallah, even break fast, having started them due to minor cold, fever and headaches. One should never do so. If someone misses a single fast without a valid reason, he will not be able to regain its blessings, even if he spends the rest of his life fasting. So my dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, 3 blessed ahadith are presented before we look at the detailed ruling about the reasons for missing fasts. Number 1, mother of the believers, Sayyidatuna Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala said that Sayyiduna Hamza bin Amr Aslami radiyallahu ta'ala used to fast in abundance. He asked the King of the universe, mercy for mankind, light of prophethood, the beloved Rasul of Allah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, shall I fast during journey? He sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam replied, it's up to you whether to fast or not. Number 2, Sayyiduna Abu Sa'id Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala says, we set out for jihad with the King of the universe, Makki Madani Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, on the 16th of Ramadan. Some of us fasted, whereas some didn't. The fasting people did not speak ill of the non-fasting people, and vice versa. The non-fasting did not speak ill of the fasting. Number 3, Sayyidina Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that the Rasul of mankind, the peace of our hearts and mind, the most generous and kind, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam said, Allah Azza wa Jal has reduced the salah of a traveler by half. The 4 rak'at prayers will be offered as 2 rak'at, and excuse travelers and breastfeeding and pregnant women from fasting. They are allowed to miss their fast and make up for them later. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, now we learn and listen 33 points about the permission of not having fast. It is so important, so please be with us till the end of Silsila, and if possible, take any diary and pen with you and write down the main points which you want to learn. But one will have to do qada. These are the permissions, but one will have to do qada, make up for every missed fast after the removal of compulsion. Number 1, a traveler has the choice whether to fast or not. Number 2, if a traveler and his companion are not harmed by fast, then it is preferable, mustahab, to fast during the journey. But if either of them or both will face harm, then it's better not to fast. Number 3, if a traveler become a resident before Dhahwa-e Kubra, midday, and he hasn't yet eaten or drunk anything, then it is wajib for him to make the intention of fast. For instance, that you live in the famous city of UK in London, and you leave Birmingham to head for London, and then arrive there at 10 a.m. Now if you have not eaten anything since dawn, since the morning in your way, then you will have to make the intention for fast. If somebody traveled during the daytime, then he cannot miss that day's fast. However, if he broke the fast during the journey, he would not be required to compensate kafara for it, but doing so is a sin. And it is fair to do qada for this fast. Number 5. If somebody broke the fast before the starts his journey and then he begins his journey, he will have to give the kafara for it, provided that the conditions for kafara apply. And if somebody begins journey during the daytime and he did not break fast during the journey but then returned home to take something and ate something at home, then he will have to give a kafara for breaking the fast, provided that the conditions apply. If he had broken it during the journey, then he would only have to do qada for it by fasting another day fast. Number 7. If somebody is forced to break fast, he can do so, but he will be rewarded if he remains patient. Number 8. Somebody's life is in danger as a result of being stung by a snake, he is to break the fast. Number 9. If anyone breaks his fast due to any of the aforementioned reason, then he must make up for it by fasting another day. Maintaining the order in these missed fasts is not necessary. Therefore, if he kept voluntary nafil fast before keeping his necessary qada fast, they will still be valid. However, once the compulsion for missing fast removes, he must keep his qada fast before the arrival of the next Ramadan. Hadith states that if anyone has the previous Ramadan's fast to make up for, but he doesn't do, then his fast in the Ramadan will not be accepted. If the next Ramadan arrives and you haven't yet kept the qada fast for the previous Ramadan, then fast for the present Ramadan first instead of making up for the previous ones, and make up for them after this Ramadan. If someone who isn't or a traveler fast in Ramadan with the intention of doing qada for previous fast, then these fasts will not considered qada. In fact, they are ada, fast of the present Ramadan. Number 10. If a pregnant or breastfeeding woman has intense fear of losing her life or the life of her baby if she fasts, when she is allowed to miss her fast, whether she is the baby's mother or wet nurse, even if she is being paid to suckle the baby in Ramadan. Number 11. Don't fast in the state of such extreme hunger and thirst that may well result in death or loss of wisdom. Number 12. If a patient has high probability that fast will intensify his illness or prolong the process of recovery, or if a healthy person has high probability that he will fall ill, then he is allowed to miss his fast and do qada later. Number 13. As to the aforewritten cases, high probability, ghalib guman is a condition. Suspicious are not sufficient. There are 3 ways to determine a high probability, ghalib guman. Number 1, visible symptoms. Number 2, personal experience. And number 3, advice of a practicing Muslim doctor who is qualified, experienced, and expert in his particular field. If a person broke his fast without any symptom, any previous personal experience, or without the advice of a practicing Muslim doctor, or if he did so just on the advice of a non-Muslim or non-practicing doctor, for example, a clean-shaved doctor, he will not only have to make up for this fast, do qada, but also give kafara, provided that the conditions apply. Number 14. Offering salah and fast during menses or postnatal bleeding is haram and will not be valid. Moreover, reciting or touching verses of the Holy Quran or the translation in this state is also haram. Number 15. A woman in her menses or postnatal bleeding has the choice whether to eat in secret or openly. It is not necessary for her to give the impression that she has fasted. However, it is better for her to eat secretly, especially if she is in her menses. Number 17. If there is a very old man who is growing weaker and weaker day by day and is unable to fast, and there seems to no chance of him being able enough to fast in the future, either then he is allowed to miss his fast. He should give a sadqa-e-fitr as fidya, compensation, for each fast to a poor person, miskeen. Number 18. If such an old man cannot fast in summer but can in winter, then he can miss his fast in summer, but it will be farz for him to do qada for them in winter. Number 19. If he pays the fidya, compensation, but then later regains his strength to fast, then his given fidya will turn into a nafil sadaqah and he will have to do qada for the missed fasts. Number 20. He can pay the fidya for the whole month in one payment at the beginning or the end of Ramadan if he wants. Number 21. When paying his fidya, he doesn't have to pay each fidya to a different person. Instead, he can give the same person the fidya for several days if he wants. Number 22. If somebody starts a nafil fast deliberately, it will become wajib for him to complete it. If he breaks it, he will have to do qada for it. It will be wajib to do so. Number 23. If somebody started the fast thinking that he had a previous fast to make up for, but later he realized that he didn't, then he can break this fast instantly if he wants, but if he didn't break it instantly, he will no longer to be permitted to break it. He will have to complete it. And if he broke it, would become wajib for him to do qada for it. 24. If someone breaks a nafil fast unintentionally, for instance, if a woman's menses begin while she is in the state of fast, doing qada will still be wajib. 25. If somebody fasts on Eid al-Fitr or any of the 4 days of Eid al-Adha, 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th of Dhul Hijjatul Haram, he does not have to complete the fast because fasting during these days is haram. If he breaks it, he will not have to do qada for it. Instead, it will be wajib for him to break it. If he swore on oath to fast on any of these days, it would be wajib for him to fulfill this oath, but not on these days, on other days. 26. It is not permissible to break a nafil fast without a valid reason. If a guest feels resentment towards the host due to not eating with him and vice versa, then he can break his nafil fast to eat with him, provided that he is sure to fast another day and that he can break it before midday, not during the afternoon. 27. A guest can only break his fast before midday if the host is not satisfied with simply his presence and will resent if he doesn't eat, provided the guest is sure to do qada of the fast later. However, if the host is satisfied with this presence and will not mind if he doesn't eat, then the guest, will not be allowed to break his fast. 28. It is permissible to break a nafil fast even after midday in case of parents' annoyance. One can break this fast any time before Asr, but not after Asr. 29. A woman should not have a nafil, oath, mannat or sworn qasam fast without her husband's permission. If she does, then her husband can make her break it. And if she breaks the fast, it will become wajib for her to do qada for it. But she needs her husband's permission even for the qada fast. She can fast of her own accord. If her husband dies or gives her a bain divorce, talaq-e-bain, the meaning of talaq-e-bain a divorce in which nikahs break instantly and the husband must remarry the wife with a new dowry if he wants her back. If the woman's fasting does not cause her husband any problem, then she can keep a qada fast even without his permission. For instance, if he is away on a journey or ill or in a state of ihram, she can fast even if he asks her not to. However, she cannot keep a nafil fast without her husband's permission even in these cases. 30. She does not need her husband's permission to keep a Ramadan fast or a fast for qada of Ramadan. She must fast even if he prevents her from fasting. 31. If you are an employee or do a job on wages when you cannot have a nafil fast without your employer's permission, because fasting will cause laziness which will affect the standard and speed of your work. However, if you are strong enough to work normally, maintaining the standard and speed of work properly, then you don't need permission to keep a nafil fast. 32. For nafil fast, a daughter does not need her father's, a mother does not need her son's, and a sister does not need her brother's permission. 33. If parents prevent their son from having a nafil fast for fear of illness, then he must obey his parents. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear Islamic brothers, now we will learn about the 12 Madani flowers about qada. Number 1. If somebody was under the impression that there was still night and he ate, drank or engaged in a sexual intercourse, but he came to know later on that it was the time of dawn, Subh Sadiq, so his fast will be invalid. It is necessary to make up for this fast, make up qada. Number 2, if somebody is seriously forced to the point of ikrah-e-shar'i to eat, he will only have to do qada of the fast even if he eats with his own hands. Summary of this ruling: if somebody forces the fasting person to break his fast by threatening him to kill, cut any body part or beat severely, and if the fasting person thinks that the would do what he threatens, so the fasting person can break his fast in this situation, but it is necessary to do qada for it later. Number 3, if somebody ate, drank or engaged in sexual intercourse in the state of forgetfulness or ejaculated due to a lustful look, experienced a wet dream or vomited and thought that the fast had broken and so he ate something deliberately, then he will only have to do qada for this fast. Number 4, inhaling medicine into your nose in the state of fast will break your fast and you will have to do qada. Number 5, eating stone, dust, wool, grass, paper or anything else that people despise and do not usually eat will break your fast, but you will only have to do qada. Kafara is not wajib. Number 6, swallowing a drop of water or flake of snow will break your fast and you will have to do qada. 7, likewise, swallowing a large amount of sweat or tears will break your fast. You will have to do qada for it. Number 8, thinking that there was still night, if somebody keeps eating and he came to know later on that the time of Sahri had ended, his fast will be invalid and he will have to do qada. Number 9, if somebody breaks the fast thinking that the sun had set but came to know later that it hadn't set, then his fast will break and he will have to do qada. Number 10, if you mistakenly do iftar before the sunset as a result of premature utterance of Maghrib azan or siren wailing and come to know later on the siren or azan started earlier than the sunset, even if it is not your fault, your fast will still break. Yes, and you will have to do qada. Number 11, unfortunately, people have been so negligent about the matters of Sharia. Therefore, every Muslim should be careful about his fast himself. rather than relying on sirens, on radio and TV announcements, and even the azan. Everyone should get the correct information of Sehri and Iftari time. Alhamdulillah, on Dawat-e-Islami's website, www.DawateIslami.net, if you go there and downloaded the prayer timings software, inshallah, you will find millions, yes, the more than 2 million places of the world is there. The time of Iftar, Sehri and Salah is proper timing is there. So please download it from there, wherever you are, and try to make your fast, try to make your Sehri properly. 12. During wudu, if water reached your brain while inhaling water into nose or went down the throat, the fast will break and qada will become necessary. In case of having the recollection of the fast, but if you had forgotten your fast, then your fast will not break at that moment. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, today we are learn about qada, and also we are learn about the permission of not having fast. What is the reason of permission? Inshallah, tomorrow in next silsila we will learn about the kafara. What is kafara? And the method of giving kafara, and so many things. So be with us in the next silsila also. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, as you know, in all over the world, Dawat-e-Islami, alhamdulillah, having a collective etikaf of 30 days. Alhamdulillah. And in the last 10 days, special sunnah etikaf, collective etikaf, tarbiyati etikaf going on in the innumerable masajid of the world. So please try to make intention that you will join this collective etikaf at least in the last 10 days and get so many blessings. Now inshallah azza wa jal, my dear Islamic brothers, I will read a very beautiful blessing, very beautiful story about the sunnah inspired collective etikaf of Dawat-e-Islami. An Islamic brother states, ignorance prevailed in our home. I was brought up in such an environment in which insulting the blessed and honorable companions alayhimur ridwan was considered an act of virtue. Unfortunately, I was involved in this blasphemy, but something else was predestined for me in the last 10 days of Ramadan 2005, 1426 AH. As some boys from my neighborhood participated in the etikaf, I also visited the Madani Markaz Faizan-e Madina with the intention of teasing them. Yeah. As I arrived, I noticed that people were sitting in circles, learning and teaching the Sunan. I also sat waiting for an opportunity to irritate them and cause any mischief. Meanwhile, an Islamic brother compassionately persuaded me to join the study circle. I could not refuse, as he invited me in a very polite, humble and gentle manner. I sat down and began listening to the speech of the Muballigh attentively. There was a strange attraction in his speech. Slowly, slowly, the beautiful Madani flowers of the speech held me spellbound. Some devotees of the Prophet invited me to participate in the etikaf for the remaining days. I agreed and attained the blessing of the etikaf. Everything, even the concept of etikaf, was new and unusual. During the etikaf, I realized that I had deviated from the straight path. Alhamdulillah azza wa jal, I repented of the false beliefs, recited the kalima and boarded the beautiful ship of the Ahle-Sunnat, spiritually sailing towards beautiful Medina. I adorned my face with a beard and also my head with a beautiful green turban. I also completed a 63-day Madani Tarbiyati course, after which, according to the organizational procedure, I have been given the responsibility of a halqa in our area. Now, alhamdulillah azza wa jal, as a totally different person, I am trying to rectify other people as well as myself. May Allah azza wa jal bless me with steadfastness in the Madani environment of Dawat-e-Islami, and may He azza wa jal guide the people who have deviated from the true Islamic teachings. This is Dawat-e-Islami, the life-changing experience. So please be a part of Dawat-e-Islami, and the etikaf, alhamdulillah azza wa jal, is a blessing, very, very big blessing. Those who are attending our collective etikaf, as the shair says, the poet says, खत्म होगी शरारत की आदत चलो मदनी माहौल में कर लो तुम एतिकाफ, दूर होंगी गुनाहों की शामत चलो, मदनी माहौल में कर लो तुम एतिकाफ, बिगड़े अखलाक सारे संवर जाएंगे, मदनी माहौल में कर लो तुम एतिकाफ, बस मजा क्या मजे को मजे आएंगे, मदनी माहौल में कर लो तुम एतिकाफ. So my dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, try your best to set with the devotees of Rasulullah in the Madani mahal of Dawat-e-Islami, and try to be a part of Dawat-e-Islami, and if possible make 10 days etikaf, collective etikaf with the Dawat-e-Islami Islamic brothers. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us the chance to make etikaf in this Ramadan. Ameen. Bijahi Nabi Ameen Sallallahu Ta'ala Alayhi Wasallam.